This is how you spot meningitis. Early symptoms can present like a common cold or a flu. You will usually get symptoms like fever, so temperature above 38, a severe headache, vomiting and diarrhea, joint pains, and feeling completely wiped out. Recently, there's been a few high-profile cases, and not everyone knows how to stop it spreading or what the early signs look like. I'm a doctor based in the UK, and I'm going to go through what you need to know. What is meningitis? Meningitis is an infection of the protective layer that sits around your brain and your spinal cord. This infection can be caused by viruses and bacteria, and the reason doctors worry is when an infection gets there, it can spread very quickly. MenB is one of the main strains behind meningococcal disease in the UK. What are the early signs that people miss? Symptoms can appear in any order, and you don't always spot all of them. As a doctor, the dangerous signs that I watch out for are neck stiffness. So I notice with my patients who can't move their head comfortably or touch their chin on their chest or raise their head up. This can be an important sign to watch out for. Starting to get more confused or delirious. In some cases, being excessively sleepy and finding it difficult to stay awake. And I need to say this clearly, not everyone gets a rash. And if you did get a rash, it could be behind your ear or behind your thigh, so you might not even notice it. With Sarah's mum, I told her, I understand that she's concerned and the symptoms can be vague and hard to spot. And I told her if Sarah's symptoms of blocked nose, cough, fever don't start to settle down, or if Sarah's getting more sensitive to light, finding it hard to mobilize, so get to the bathroom and back, not able to wake up to eat her food, sleeping all the time, not passing urine regularly, and if she's finding it very hard to do her normal daily activities, those are the signs she should get seen. What is the rash test? The classic description is small red pinpricks that are turning into red or purple blotches. The key is if you see a rash on your body and you've got flu-like symptoms, you can do the glass test. This is when you take a clear glass or a bottle and you press it down. As you can see, that rash is not disappearing. That means it's a non-blanching rash. So if you notice you've got this new rash and you take a bottle or a clear glass and you press down on it, you should notice that it disappears when you're putting pressure on it. This means you have a blanching rash. With meningitis, you have a non-blanching rash. There's other causes of non-blanching rashes which are not meningitis. So just because you've got a rash that doesn't disappear, doesn't mean you have meningitis. If you have darker skin or in certain parts of your body, the rash can be harder to spot. So for example, I've seen a child with meningitis and the rash presented here. So it's quite tricky to see, and I just noticed it by chance on examination. How does meningitis B spread? Meningitis B is a type of bacteria. People carry bacteria in their nose and throat. Bacteria can spread through droplets, so in your saliva or when you're coughing. Outbreaks of meningitis are generally rare, but can be more common when a group of people are gathering together. Places like university campuses or nightclubs or cinemas. This is why in some cases, to stop the spread, antibiotics can be given as a preventative. So if you've got symptoms, you've been in a high-risk venue and you know there's an outbreak, it's important to get medical advice. If you've got a non-blanching rash and you notice you're not feeling very well, then you can go to the nearest emergency department or call for an ambulance. Is there a vaccine for meningitis, and who gets the vaccine? There are two main vaccines which are given against the meningococcal bacteria groups. These two vaccines are, one of these vaccines is given as a teenager and the other one is normally given to babies. And lastly, how can you stop yourself catching meningitis? As a doctor, I've had many patients call me, like Sarah's mum, as they're worried their children might catch meningitis. The main tips I give them is avoid kissing or close contact with someone who's unwell. This includes sharing vapes, cutlery, lip balms, toothbrushes, anything that can spread the bacteria from someone who's already not feeling well. If you're in a venue where there's a lot of people, so maybe a house party, keep the windows open and make sure you wash your hands regularly, especially when you're about to eat or touch anywhere near your face. Make sure that your vaccinations are up to date, so you might have to call your doctor or get your vaccination schedule. And lastly, if you've been contacted by your doctor and you've been offered preventative antibiotics to stop the spread, it's important you take all the doses and you follow the advice. Thank you for watching today's video, and I hope you found it helpful. If you can write any comments down below, I'll do my best to get back to you.